All right, well, it's morning time here at Camp Crazy. Rocky is over there. I don't know if you can see him, but he's over there beside the camper. Um, yeah, it's kind of an overcast day. Um, I'm eating pancakes. Mm-hmm. I am. Mm-hmm. They're very good. Um, anyway, that's what's going on here. I'm getting ready to go to work again. I hope there'll be no more issues today. I'm just in a. I haven't slept really. I was up most of the night because of what happened yesterday. I'm worried about today because I'm going to be washing windows today apparently, and that's going to generate some wet things, wet rags, and so on. And like, I'm not going to put them any place they shouldn't be, but um, if they get put someplace they shouldn't be, I'm going to be blamed. So that's the thing. I know that. So, like, what happened with before is the wet stuff ended up on the saw from a job I did. Now, the first time I did put it there, I said because I didn't know any better. He told me to put anything that I was leaving for him to deal with or whatever on the table saw. He told me that 3 years ago when I started this job. And so that's what I would do, put it on the table saw in his garage because there aren't very many open spaces in his garage. It's quite cluttered. He had a contractor working in there redoing the interior of the house, and things, when you're in a construction zone, things go into a shambles, and the contractor was using some of his tools and so and storing materials in there and stuff, and everything got into a shambles. And he's an elderly man now, so he's not able to sort it all out. It's just overwhelming to him. And so the table saw is the only place that's always clear of debris and of things and so on. You can hardly walk through that shop. And every flat surface has stuff on it other than the table saw. So he had told me to leave stuff on the table saw. Well, when I was finished with the stuff for cleaning the soffit and the eaves troughing, I put it on the table saw, not realizing that because there was water in some of it. When I went in the house, I told him I'd left his cleaning supplies on the table saw, and he wasn't too happy about that. He told me, "Oh no, you shouldn't have done that because it'll rust out the table saw." So I apologized. He went outside right away and he removed the stuff from the table saw. I show up yesterday morning and he's quite upset with me, and he's telling me I rusted out his table saw by leaving the stuff there. And I'm saying, well, I don't understand how that can be. Like, yes, I should have known better than to do that. I was going, by what you had told me to leave the stuff there before, but I should have realized I shouldn't have left that stuff there. So yeah, that was my fault. But I said you went out and you removed it right away. And so it wasn't on there for more than a couple of minutes or maybe 3 minutes at the most. So how could it rust out the table saw in that period of time? And he told me that the bag of cleaning stuff had been put back up on the table saw after he had removed it, and that it was me that had done that. And it wasn't. I know it wasn't. But I can't prove it wasn't, but I know it wasn't. Anyway, I ended up apologizing to him, even though I knew I didn't do it, just because I got scared. I thought I'm going to lose the job, and I can't afford to lose the job. And I feel terrible about that, though. I don't like to react out of fear, you know. And to me, it wasn't really the best thing to do. I probably should have argued the point with him and continued to deny it because I didn't do it. So Anyway, so I told the man a lie to save my own skin, basically. Pretended that I had done something that I knew I hadn't done. So now my concern, though, is because I did that, I've now set myself up to be blamed anytime anything gets left on that table saw, too. See, in Canada, most people in Canada are big on giving in and agreeing with a person in authority. And people who are in positions of authority are always right in Canada. That's just how it is. And there are some that aren't like that, but the vast majority are. The vast majority of people in this country are sheep. And it's something I've never liked about Canadians. But anyway, and I've always tried not to be that way. And I'm ashamed of myself for what happened yesterday. But the bottom line is, I should have stood my ground and I didn't. And so now I've set myself up to be blamed. And the thing is, there's going to be more wet materials generated today. I'm not going to put them on the table saw because I know better now than to do that. But if they end up there somehow, just like that bag ended up back on the table saw after he took it off, I'm going to be blamed just like I was yesterday. And I'm going to have less credibility now in denying it because I've already admitted that I did it. That I put the bag up there the second time, even though I didn't. So I've set myself up for that is what I've done. And that's why I've always said, you're better. If I had have argued with him, even if I had lost the job, I'd have a lot of worry today about that for sure, because I really do need that job. But I actually probably would have slept last night, and I would have figured something out. And possibly I'd have been vindicated. As it stands now, I don't deserve to be vindicated because I've lied to save my own skin and set myself up to be blamed for other things. So, and that's my fault. I don't deserve to be vindicated at this point because I did that. So, like I say, this is why you don't do that anyway. What I'm going through right now is why, if you know you're right, you should stand up regardless of the consequences. And for the most part, I've done that in life. But lately, with everything that's been going on, I didn't do it. I didn't do it this time because of everything that's been going on. But that's not a valid excuse. It's a reason, but it's not a valid excuse. Anyway, I'm a man with lots of worries today. I'm a man who's feeling a lot of shame. I feel like I'm not even really a man because I did that. Because I bowed to pressure and admitted to something I didn't do. So, anyway, bottom line is, don't do that. That's all. Don't do what I did yesterday. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to go to work. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I'm going to have to leave it in God's hands because I've proven I'm not wise enough to deal with this. Maybe this is why this has happened. Maybe it's a lesson that I need to learn. That I can't stand up on my own. I need God behind me, That could be why this happened. Anyway, it's a hard lesson any way you look at it. But anyway, I'm just going to make the most of it. I'm going to go to work today. Hopefully nothing will happen. Hopefully I'll get through today. And hopefully the next time I go, I won't be in trouble because somehow the wet stuff from today ended up somewhere it shouldn't have been. You know, without me having done anything. But on a positive note, the pancakes are really good. I'm enjoying them thoroughly. And it's not a bad day. It's just kind of drab. That's all. All right. We'll talk to you later.